back with more Ace Combat 5, The Unsung War. Apologies for being late on continuing the game again. It's just been crazy the last couple of days, what with Godzilla and me going back on a Monster Hunter World to try and get crowns that I've missed. It's been hectic, to say the least. And, you know, adulting here and there. So, yeah, it's been a pretty out there schedule as of late, so I greatly apologize for not being, you know, on schedule like I have been in the past, but, you know, I'm me, can't do everything, so where did we leave off last time? Well, last time we, you know, War Dog, you know, they helped lead the invasion into Utobania, but then they got framed into massacring Uke civilians, and we ended up on the sidelines for about a little while, and then the Ukes started to commit an atrocity on our turf, and it was one of those parts of the game where they flip a coin and you get a certain mission, or two missions, I mean to say, which were dousing chemical fumes, you know, with the Mirage fighters, and then doing this raid where we had to, like, time shots on these radar dishes in order to sneak in and then wreck the place. And of course, those two missions are like one half of the one where yeah, it's, you know, flip a coin, you get a certain thing, and the other half of that was you go into, because if you heard during the college chemical warfare one, and an airport was getting attacked. So had we gotten heads instead of tails, we would have had that and the mission to follow it, which would have been different from what we ended up with. And for the sake of completion, I tried to see if I could redo those levels again, but I couldn't because I need to beat the game first in order to unlock free play. So, and I also remembered it has arcade mode. And in that mode, you play as Mobius 1 from Ace Combat 4. So, I'm thinking in the back of my head whether or not I want to... I mean, yeah, I'll finish the story of the game, but I'm also thinking whether or not I want to add the levels that I couldn't do the first time, as well as that, into the playthrough. I'll think on it. I'll sleep on it and see if I want to do that. I'm thinking about it. Maybe I will. So yeah, we got framed and we've had to earn our stripes back. Demons of Razgries. Oh yes, we're getting to the middle of things. I think we're about to fight the second submarine. Yup. The Hrimfaxi. We sunk the Sinfaxi, and now we have the sister ship.
Despite the hectic mood among the staff at HQ, the start of the briefing was delayed. But the weary pilots, knowing full well that they must force their exhausted bodies back into the air once the order was given, weren't the slightest bit disturbed by the delay.
Hey, what are you writing there?
I just can't remember this next phrase.
Here, let me see.
Hey! The princess couldn't feed the dove that day. She was too sick.
May I take a look?
Razgries. The demon of Razgries got her, right?
You know the story?
The demon from the North Sea. I remember. My grandma used to tell me bedtime stories about it. And every time she did, I'd be too scared to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night.
Hello, world building.
Settle down, people.
I know a little about that famous legend, too. When history witnesses a great change, Razgries reveals itself, first as a dark demon,
A very handsome
As
demon.
a demon, it uses its power to rain death upon the land, and then it dies. However, after a period of slumber, Rosgrease returns.
Mm-hmm. Like death and rebirth, more or less. The Rosgrease Straits in the Demons of Rosgrease.
Gentlemen! Excuse me, Colonel. This is an absolutely vital mission to us. As the staff advisor sent from Central HQ for this effort, I'd like to explain it myself. The Osean army is planning a vast offensive with the ultimate objective of occupying the capital of Yuktobania. If this operation succeeds, it will end the war in very short order. However, the Yuktobanians have attacked our beachhead with ballistic missiles from the Hrimfaxi, a Hrimfaxi-class submersible carrier stationed in the icy waters of Rosgrease Straits. Fortunately, our ground forces had already completed attack preparations, so despite the missile attack, the offensive began as planned. Nevertheless, we must neutralize the threat of another Hrimfaxi missile attack on our ground forces.
We have a single chance to stage a successful air attack on the underwater carrier Hrimfaxi. Our passive sonar has detected a transport submarine that we believe is headed for the Hrimfaxi. We believe the transport sub's mission is to supply the Hrimfaxi with missiles. Based on its course and speed, we've calculated its rendezvous time with the Hrimfaxi. By amazing coincidence, it is precisely the same time as the 0 hour of our ground attack. At this time, the Hrimfaxi will have to surface to restock its missiles. At that exact moment, ingress at low altitude to avoid detection, launch a surprise attack, and sink the Hrimfaxi. Once surfaced, it only takes the Hrimfaxi 1 minute to rig for an emergency dive. If your approach is detected, you will only have 1 minute to complete your attack on the Hrimfaxi.
This was a particularly difficult mission the first time I attempted it.
Now keep in mind, there won't be any support from Arkbird this time around. This mission rests solely on your shoulders. The entire ground offensive is relying on this first surprise attack, so don't disappoint us. I want you to turn the icy Rosgrease Straits into the enemy's graveyard.
Yeah, the Arkbird was sabotaged, so we don't have it to help us with the sub like we did last time. Any new airplanes we can get? Ah, the flanker. Unfortunately, it's air-to-air, and that's the last thing I need. I'll likely go with the F-18. I'll unlock the flanker. Already have the A-10, but the A-10's too slow. I'll unlock the MiG. That should do it. Normally I would go with the flanker that is the bomber class, but I don't have that yet.
Captain, please choose my plane.
Which plane am I going up in, Captain?
I'll give him the
Which plane
MiG.
should I use?
No, I'll give Grim the MiG. I'll leave the... I'll loot Chopper with that.
Are we launching in this formation?
Sorry about that. Got relieved. I was just now bothered from having to go do a chore, which I did not plan on doing. And it practically derailed the stream just now, but thankfully my sister came to the rescue, so let's continue on, shall we?
Captain,
Which plane am I going?
Captain, which plane?
are we launching
Okay.
in this formation?
So we're good, right? Let me double check the stream just in case, because of, you know, unwanted silliness. We're live. Good.
War dog, launch.
Off to sink Hrimfaxi.
Pilots, check your plane and prepare for refueling.
Oh, great. Forgot about
1 mile
this.
to refueling craft. 500 yards to go. 100 yards to go. 50 yards to go. Blaze, maintain your current flight path. Perfect, Blaze. Commencing refueling.
Wardog, stay at low altitude and fly towards the submarine fleet. You are restricted from flying above 1,000 feet. We can't risk having our surprise attack detected.
I'm getting chills. This northern sea is where the demon of Rosgrees came from.
Rosgrees.
There's no way that could have been the Rosgrees.
Hold your chatter. Commencing comm-out procedures shortly. Maintain radio silence.
Guess I'll cut off the mic and try talking to myself.
I love the look of this level with the sun and the submarine music. Really adds to the tension.
This is Lieutenant Colonel Mitchell, the advisor of HQ. That picket submarine just sent off an enemy detection notice. The Hrimfaxi's gonna dive in 1 minute. Attack immediately!
Hey, our cover's blown anyway. I'm gonna start talking now.
Enemy planes, halt all resupply operations. Enemy planes? We're still in the middle of our mission! Damn it! How did they smell us out?
Here comes the Hrimfaxi version of the Simfaxi theme. I love it.
30 seconds to Hrimfaxi dive.
Halt the resupply. Prepare for immediate dive. Hurry up! We gotta dive before the enemy does.
Damage status on enemy sub unknown.
Those bastards are diving!
This is Submarine Squadron Command. Northbound forces in the front line. The enemy is undertaking a large-scale offensive. Attack the enemy forces with long-range missiles from the Hrimfaxi. Urgent. Transmitting target coordinates.
Hey, drones.
Clear above water. It's surfacing.
Here comes Moby Dick. Yet again.
Hrimfaxi launching burst missiles.
Launching carrier jets.
This is Lieutenant Colonel Mitchell, the advisor of HQ. I'm giving you info in real time on the trip to satellite. Time your attack to the Hrimfaxi when it surfaces. Sink it before it deals any more damage to our ground forces with its missiles.
They might think they snuck up on us, but they're dead wrong.
Locked on.
Oh shit, we should have missed
I'll
him.
take care of the threat from the escort subs, too.
What have they got on those escorts?
The Hrimfaxi is diving.
There's a huge iceberg ahead of us. Be careful.
Come on! Surface! Sickle wing for you.
See if the Hrimfaxi and those burst missiles will go away too.
If we remove the threat of that metal ring, we'll clear it early.
And then we can go on leave. It's perfect.
What a bunch of idiots. They think they're heroes or something.
The Hrimfaxi has broken the surface. Commence attack. Radar lock.
All hands take your positions. Make your country proud. Don't disgrace this ship. All this damage from 4 planes? How is this possible? What the hell's going on? Are the Oceans using some kind of black magic?
That's all the weapons.
What are you doing? Attack, you idiots! Are you just gonna let them destroy our ground forces?
Jeez, I thought this guy would be nicer than our base commander back home.
The top brass are all the same.
I can't stand how HQ treats us like errand boys. Ballast damaged! Unable to submerge! Forget it! We'll just have to deal with them above the surface.
The Hrimfaxi has stopped its dive. We've damaged it. The Hrimfaxi's got a barrier picking submarines around it. It's like the enemy's gathered all its submarines in one place. We'll lose that monster. Huge blow to them. No wonder they got all those escorts.
There's no way up.
Hrimfaxi launching burst missile.
Uh-oh.
War it's heading your way. Climb. Soon above 5,000 feet. Ten seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, bursting now.
Boom.
I thought this was a little bit fleet. I know. I'm not gonna let them fly up there for long.
The Hrimfaxi's taken a fair amount of damage, too.
Spreading! It's finished. We can't save this boat. They sunk the Hrimfaxi.
Hrimfaxi launching burst missile.
I guess mental toughness plays a big part in battles like these. It's all about guts, you know?
Hasn't the captain left the control room yet?
10 seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, bursting now.
Damn it! How can 4 planes change the tide of a war?
Got him.
Attacking again. Heads up for enemy missiles.
Hrimfaxi, it appears you're up against Rosgreens itself out there.
Looks like they were the real Rosgreens, not us. Maybe someone's trying to tell us that our time is up.
Indeed, their time is indeed up. Boom. Well, that went smoother than I remember. And again, I've played this game so many times that it's practically instinct at this point. But yeah, the first time I played this, I had difficulty trying to take it down because of how much health it had. But this time it went by better than I expected, even despite the amount of time passed. Good shit.
The surprise attack on the Hrimfaxi was a success, and the carrier has sunk to the bottom of the Rosgriz Straits. The threat from the northern sea has disappeared, and the Osean forces are on the offensive against Yuktobania.
Mm-hmm. The Demons of Rosgriz. Rank B, bullshit. And speaking of which, Demon of Rosgriz trophy.
Me? Heavens. The ace pilots who sunk the enemy submarines are right over there. And I'm the person you want to interview now?
No, it's not that. It's just that I heard you used to be a fighter pilot yourself.
I just fly freight planes for the maintenance crews now. The captain, Captain Bartlett that is, said it was time for an old man like me to quit trying to compete with the young guys. Talk about a lack of respect.
Where did you meet Captain Bartlett?
We were both shot down and we bailed out behind enemy lines in the last war. We got through the bullet-ridden battlefield and made it back to the Allied front line. I tell you, it was tough getting the Army to believe we were on their side.
Shot down? You two?
Hey, it was a long time ago. Everyone makes mistakes, right?
Oh, no, I didn't mean it that way. Even if you're not flying with those pilots, your age and experience provide a lot of support for all of them. I just wanted to tell you that. I've seen that you really listen to what they say, and you always have helpful suggestions for them.
Well, thank you.
I think they're all going to need you, now more than ever.
I'll do what I can.
These people, it's like they're walking on a tightrope that could snap at any second. They're going to reach their breaking point sooner or later.
Yeah.
Yup. So, Hrimfaxi sunk. I really love how that mission it starts off, with the sunset or sunrise, however it is, over the icy field, and just the submarine sonar blip. It really adds to the tension, and then the rock remix version of the Hrimfaxi theme goes up. Oh, I love the soundtrack. I really do. Ice Cage. Glubina.
Our ground offensive is continuing its fast-paced push into Yuktobanian soil. A POW internment camp was discovered during the offensive, and a team of Marines has attacked and captured the camp. The Marines have secured the camp's radio room, and a flight of helicopters is en route to retrieve the prisoners. Your mission is to provide close air support for this rescue and retrieval operation. The radio room could be retaken by the enemy at any moment. If it is, the enemy will report the attack and the rescue will end in failure. Find and shoot down all enemy aircraft in the local airspace and secure air superiority across the entire area.
Huh. All enemy aircraft on local airspace, but it doesn't say anything about ground targets or air targets. Flankers. Don't think there's any new aircraft, but I'll check. Oh, already leveled up the MiG-29. I think I'll try a different plane. I think I'll do the 27.
Captain, please choose my plane.
Which plane am I going up in, Captain?
Captain, which plane should I use?
So, we're going up in this formation?
Yeah, I think that'll do.
War Dog, launch.
New text of demon roars from the sky, and I can't read it.
This is Archer. Captain, can you see the POW camp?
Well, we should be able to see it soon.
Yeah, too much snow.
You think the captain? I mean, Captain Bartlett, you think he's in there?
I bet he is. He's probably busy cussing out all the other POWs and taking charge right now. Right, Nagase? You're not still blaming yourself, are you?
Yeah, she's silent over there.
Fighters, I can hear the roar of your engines approaching. This is Sea Goblin. Man, I thought if I joined the Marines, I'd get to work on tropical beaches all the time. We've safely recovered the POWs. Guess our copter's not here yet.
You're gonna have to babysit him a little bit longer. I'm picking up enemy planes on my radar.
Roger. You're that squadron from Sand Island, right? I've heard of you guys. Can't wait to see you do your stuff.
So, we gotta
Look pretty worn out. Being thrown into a remote internment camp like this? I don't blame them.
let's go rescue some POWs. Commandos snuck into the base.
Red, how about treating the pilots to the stuff you brought with you? Okay. They can have a taste of some good whiskey from our motherland. Archer, engaging.
Edge engaging.
Chopper engaging.
Blaze engaging.
Enemy planes detected on radar. I'll distract the enemy.
Where's the missile coming from? Tell me!
It's too far from here. Get someone nearby to check it out.
These enemy air patrols are really cramping our style.
You can't detect them unless you get close.
Yeah, we gotta find and shoot them all down, or else the helicopter won't be able to get close.
We gotta move fast, too, because the camp isn't gonna be secure for long.
Hello, where's your report? Hey, are you napping again?
Enemy patrol plane. I'll shoot it down.
I'm not getting any response from the guards in the control room area. What's going on here? The guys were sent to check on their back either.
This is Toby. We're monitoring the camp from the radio room. Everything's quiet so far. This is Sea Goblin. Does it seem like the enemy craft have noticed our infiltration?
Nope.
You heard our captain. Relax. Just wait there at the camp.
Roger. We've cut off the enemy's lines of communication here, really not being able to tell what the situation is.
We're trying to get all the machine gun kills for the trophy.
Can't shake the feeling that we're being watched. Hey, can you see a figure behind that window over there?
Lighting is great in this game, even after all these years.
Still have some enemy planes to deal with.
Just behind you.
We've destroyed all the radios except for this one. The enemy haven't spotted us yet, have they? If the enemy contacts you, just give them small talk. You don't think they found us out and surrounded us already?
planes left.
Hurry up with the retrieval. The Ukes aren't that stupid.
Could have sworn I saw a blip down over here.
Nixie, Dwarf, you guard the area.
How about your eyes so sharp you can tell the difference between two snowflakes?
This is Kupla and I. Do the pilots need anything?
As many blankets as you can get. And bring some food, too.
Is the rescue helicopter in trail with us? Is it?
Looking for the other planes.
Pretty useless to patrol the skies in this weather.
We're walking a tightrope with all these missions. I think the rope's getting thinner, too. I hate this.
Says there's 5 planes left, but I'm not seeing any of them. It's never been like this in the old game. They usually kind of came out of the...
All this snow and reduced visibility is disorienting. This is dangerous. I'd never be able to fly through this alone.
Okay,
The sun's
the...
about to set. All planes, cross-check your altimeter.
I'd like the radar to show up the other blips, but so far it's not. It never did this before. I don't know why it's not popping up the other planes yet.
The sun's about to set. Let's knock off before it does. Wait, hold on, I got some hits on my radar. It's probably just false echo from the hail or something, isn't it?
I've got ice building up on my canopy. My field of view's narrowing.
Alrighty then, the blips are not showing. I don't know why. And time's going down. I don't get it. I remember it being the enemy aircraft would gradually appear on the map, but now they're not. Oh, found them. I went down south and they disappeared. Really, now they appear, so I don't know anymore. Sounds like a firefight opened up in the base. Yeah, they think Bartlett's in there.
Our allies are firing up at them too! Be careful! I'll destroy the anti-aircraft positions and support the POW escape.
Let's get this over with before nightfall. We're screwed if they blow up our helicopter.
The weather's getting even worse.
There's the base.
Those POWs will be free in a few minutes.
Wait till they're back in their old jobs, being overworked like us. I bet they'll want to get back into that camp.
Sea Goblin.
Outside. Can you see their smiling faces? Puck here. We're coming to pick you up, so be ready.
We'll be landing at the designated site. Hurry up and get over here.
The POWs are heading for the helicopter. We're almost done with the rescue operations. Those people. I wish I could see their faces from up here.
They're going in for the rescue.
Nagase's actually going down to look. All right, everyone's in the helicopter. Checking to make sure we got all of them.
Sea Goblin, is Captain Bartlett there? Check for a Captain Bartlett.
No, nobody named Bartlett here. Hey, what about you? No, not here. None of the other POWs ever heard of him either.
But
He's not here.
Look, just check for me one more time.
Uh-oh.
Damn it, Nagase!
After all the captain said to me,
Bad luck finally caught up with her.
You all right?
I'm fine. My plane's trashed, but those are always replaceable.
So now we gotta go and rescue her next.
Sea Goblin to gunship. We're taking our guests home now. Can you guys rescue her?
Roger. Weather conditions are getting worse. We'd better step on it. Landing point confirmed. Roger. Heading in to pick her up.
we can do anything.
Damn it, is there nothing we can do?
Nope.
Please, be patient. All we can do now is wait.
Damn it!
You said it.
Hey. We go and rescue a bunch of POWs. Now we have to go back and rescue Nagase. Seriously, Nagase has bad luck when it comes to getting tailed by ground missiles. First it was the boat, which Captain Bartlett took the heat for. Now this.
The POW rescue operation was a success, and both the Marines and our friends held in the camp were safely recovered. As for Captain K. Nagase, who was attacked and bailed out during the operation, Colonel Perot will issue orders on her behalf. Central Command will be replacing Captain Nagase's plane that was lost in the crash.
None of the rescued POWs saw Bartlett in the internment camp. Now where could he be, I wonder? Upon more favorable weather conditions, we will carry out a rescue operation for Captain Nagase. That's right. You've all been promoted yet again. You guys are burning through the ranks, you know that? You can thank High Command for it.
Rank A smidge of rank up for the 27. Her book.
She'd left her book in the crew room. A Blue Dove for the Princess. That was the title of the book she left behind. A favorite book from her childhood. The pages have torn off over the years, and she had been writing down the words that were on those pages, trying to remember every sentence and every verse.
She could have just bought a new one.
I love this book so much, but I only have faint memories of what was inside. I feel like I've grown so far away from everything since then.
Nice art.
I remember how she looked when she told me that. I couldn't help wondering, did she choose to crash on purpose, rather than having to take part in the invasion of another country?
Nah. Just, couldn't take, wasn't able to put practice into experience from after all Bartlett said. But no, seriously, if the Rosgreaves legend in this book is as widely known as it is, and there's books about it, yes, it is blatantly apparent in later on in the game that there's more books about it. Why doesn't she just get a new one? Like, come on, go to base requisitions, file an order of the name Blue Dove for the Princess, and just get a new one with all the pages intact. You'll be fine. You don't have to waste your time trying to rack your brain with words you've long forgotten. That's what I would do. Hell, there's books I really need to replace that I've worn out considerably over the years. I think I'll do one more mission for the night, and then we're good. White noise.
Bring back Captain Nagase. Don't make us have to give her a posthumous 2-rank promotion.
We've succeeded in tracking down Captain K. Nagase's distress beacon. We will now launch a combat search and rescue operation for the captain. Captain Nagase is currently on the run from an enemy patrol. Although she's being pursued, her distress beacon is still broadcasting. This transmission is extremely weak, so we cannot confirm her location unless we get closer to the source of the signal. Follow the signal to find Captain Nagase's concealed location as quickly as possible. Once you find her, report her location to the Sea Goblin Helicopter Squadron. The helicopter search and rescue team is expected to face stiff opposition from enemy air and ground forces. After the helicopter team picks up Captain Nagase, provide air support for them as they airlift her out.
Another rescue mission. I think I'll go on the F-14 again.
Captain?
Captain, which plane should I use?
Well, I sure hope we don't run into any fighters. Are you sure we're launching in this formation? War Dog, launch.
This emergency locator beacon is our connection to Nagasei. Let's hurry up and find her. Hang in there, Nagasei! Pay attention to the changes in the signal's pitch and tempo.
Right. I'll try to get a bearing that has a better response.
Kid, do you understand how to view the distress signal sensor on your HUD?
Yup.
Okay, just checking. Make sure you don't miss Nagasei's signal. Hey, Blaze! Did you see someone below us just now? Wait, that's not a person. Sorry, my mistake. Kid just backed one! Man, Nagasei's got nothing but a handgun on her.
Fox 2! Fox 2! Target hit. The captain shot one down.
Fox 2! Look at that! Direct hit!
Good kill.
Recapture the downed pilot before the enemy rescues him.
She's somewhere down there in that smoke. Blaze, you got a bandit on your tail.
Enemy planes above. You see them?
Protect Blaze. I'm the one being protected.
Leave the enemy planes to the fighters. Continue pursuing the pilot.
I'll be all right. Blaze will come for me.
Damn it! I can't see where she is with all these trees. This is Chopper. I did it. Enemy shot down.
I'm okay. I was tripped on something.
Missile! Move your jet, kid!
This place is too wide open. I better hide. I'll circle around and confuse the enemy.
Chopper to Kid. I'm gonna split off and search, okay? Roger. I'm splitting off.
I can't see very well against the snow.
I found footprints this way.
Do you think Captain Nagasei will notice our engine noise?
Yup.
Yeah. Let's use this sound to boost her morale.
Graham, hurry up! Nagasei's in trouble.
Several dozen enemy soldiers. They're about 300 yards east of here.
Sea Goblin to War Dog leader. I'm honing in on your signal. The signal's changing.
Looks like you're gradually getting closer to Captain Nagasei.
That's a jammer craft.
It's being jammed.
Yup.
Roger. Good job. You have good eyes. We'll move in for the rescue. While we're on our way, eliminate those enemy fighters for us. We need to make sure this place is safe.
Over here. I'm the one you want.
I'll shoot down every single plane that comes near the helicopter.
Don't worry. We'll take your princess back to base safely.
You do that, and I'll worship you guys. Target hit.
Enemy fighters! They're coming this way!
Good kill! Hurry up, guys. What are you gonna do if the enemy catches her?
Calm down. We're going as fast as we can.
This is Sea Goblin. The enemy's targeting us.
Aye, aye, sir.
Did you find Captain Nagase?
This is Sea Goblin. We're moving to the scene as fast as we can. Let me know when you've confirmed Captain Nagase's position.
Whoa! There's still enemies on the ground! Don't take any chances. You'll get shot down yourselves.
Just damn it. They got
Shit. I completely forgot that they spawned more ground forces to attack the helicopter, so I gotta ignore the fighters and go after the ground first.
Locator beacon is our connection to Nagase. Let's hurry up and find her. Hang in there, Nagase! Pay attention to the changes in the signal's pitch and tempo.
Right. I'll try to get a bearing that has a better response.
Kid, do you understand how to view the distress signal sensor on your HUD? Okay, just checking. Make sure you don't miss Nagase's signal. Hey, Blaze, did you see someone below us just now? I thought I saw someone moving. Maybe it was just my imagination.
She's somewhere down there in that snow field.
He's probably only got a pistol, but be careful. Enemy planes above. You see them?
Protect Blaze. I'm the one being protected.
Chopper to Kid. I'm gonna split off and search, okay? Roger, I'm splitting off.
Have you found anything yet? I found footprints this way. It's going backward. This is a decoy. Sea Goblin to Root-Dog Leader. I'm honing in on your signal.
The signal's changing. Looks like you're gradually getting closer to Captain Nagase.
That's a jammer craft.
It's being jammed!
I'll be all right.
I want to thank you very much for helping me out.
That was his dad. Oh, I ran into her already. That was fast. Okay, now to do what I should have done.
Eliminate those enemy fighters for us. We need to make sure this place is safe.
Did you find Captain Nagase?
This is Sea Goblin. We're moving to the scene as fast as we can. Let me know when you've confirmed Captain Nagase's position.
Whoa! There's still enemies on the ground.
Don't worry. We'll take your princess back to base safely.
You do that, and I'll worship you guys.
Okay, much better.
Enemy fighters! They're coming this way!
Hurry up, guys. What are you gonna do if the enemy catches her?
Calm down. We're going as fast as we can.
Bastards, I'm not letting you
saw this Captain Nagase. Is she a hooker?
Why don't you
Oh,
rescue
yeah.
her and see for yourself?
If she's hot, I'm asking her out.
Well then, you can find out how tough her guard is too. Come on, just hurry up, will you?
Yeah, she's already taken.
6 miles.
She has her heart out for me, Buster.
Is the rescue team back yet? Did they pick her up?
Enemy force advancing. Can you take them out for us?
Roger that. You take care of the rescue.
Hold on, I got your back. Don't take them on by yourself. Climb and fight from above.
4 miles. We're gonna have to rely on you on the ground. Hold door for us, okay?
Roger that. You know you won from yesterday.
Kobo, you deal with the pursuing unit. I'll go save the princess.
That's definitely her. I can see her flight suit from here. These guys are too good. We can't win if we go head on.
He's at your 6 o'clock. Right. Shake him off. Hurry. Damn it. I think the enemy helicopter spotted the pilot. 2 miles.
Fox 2. The captain shot one down.
Copy that. Blaze, you got a bandit on your tail.
Oh shit, I got a bandit on my tail.
Point momentarily.
Chopper, Fox 2. Enemy plane shot down. Missile, turn hard.
The captain shot down the enemy.
Missile, move your jet, kid.
Archer, Fox 2.
Careful, they're baiting you on radar.
Nice kill, Captain. Warning, the enemy's got a lock on you.
All right, prepare to drop. Don't make her wait any longer. Everyone ready? Go!
Rescue team dropping from helicopter. I was really worried there for a while.
You got a towel? I need to wipe all this sweat off my brow. Say, Blaze, I think that song would be perfect for a time like this, you know?
Yup.
Yeah, face of the coin. I love that song.
So you've said already. Who's targeting me? Seriously, mission's over. Right in the cockpit. I love it.
Our combat search and rescue of Captain Nagase was a success.
Boo.
We're having a physician check on her condition right now.
A beast, they say. But, new aircraft at least.
When the rescue team found her, she was holding captive a group of soldiers who were sent in to capture her. Behind her was the helicopter crew that crashed while trying to rescue her.
Ah.
She had saved them, treated their wounds, and hid them in a safe place. I needed to rethink my image of her after this, after seeing her amazing toughness and tenacity. She even managed to obtain a little information from the soldiers she captured. It seems the people of Yuktobania were also beginning to have doubts about their leaders in the current war. And word of Nagase's squadron was getting around, as the force that sunk 2 of their most powerful submarines. The Yuk Army's soldiers had nicknamed them the Demons of Raz Grease. She was obviously very proud of that when she told me about it later. Perhaps her pride was for Captain Bartlett, the man who had trained them, or maybe it was for her current captain. However, nobody in the upper echelons of her own army was proud of them. Bartlett was still missing, and that made his old trainees the subject of suspicion and criticism.
Oh, really? Come on. After all we've done, sinking 2 submarines, you'd think that would be enough for the higher-ups to be like, yeah, we may have suspicions, but his trainees have done a great job. I don't think it's fair to hold suspicion on them for anything. Like, seriously? If we were traitors, we would have turned tail long ago. Hell, we wouldn't have even bothered sinking those submarines. Or putting our lives on the line. And by the way, frickin' Nagase, she's great. I love her. I love that how she's that part where you get the side shot and how she's holding the Beretta and everything. Like, yeah, the girl is tough as they come. Saved even the gunship pilots too. Well, 3 missions, a good hour and 15 minutes or so, however long it's been. Pardon a couple of interruptions, but yeah, a little later than I originally wanted, but hey, at least we got another part in for Ace 5. Sunk the Hrimfaxi and did the POW rescue, and of course, fellow pilot rescue. So, when I come back, we'll continue further from there, and see where the plot goes for those who don't know how it goes. So, all is well, and I'm going to take a rest and probably go grind for crowns again on Monster Hunter, and when I come back tomorrow, we'll continue with more Ace. So, have a good night. See y'all later. Peace out.